silent race for quantum supremacy has reached a critical tipping point where traditional encryption methods are becoming fundamentally obsolete against emerging threats. Global adversaries are currently engaging in harvest now and decrypt later strategies to compromise long-lived sensitive archives before quantum hardware fully matures. We are witnessing a paradigm shift where the standard RSA and elliptic curve protocols no longer provide the necessary security for global infrastructures. Every byte of data transmitted today across public networks is potentially vulnerable to future decryption by sufficiently powerful quantum computers within this decade. The NIST AI Risk Management Framework now emphasizes that securing AI systems requires a foundation of robust and future-proof cryptographic standards and protocols. Enterprises across the Americas and Europe are facing an invisible deadline to migrate their entire digital core to post-quantum resistant mathematical foundations immediately. Failure to achieve crypto-agility today means your organization will be trapped in a legacy architectural debt that is impossible to settle later on. Welcome to the vanguard of cybersecurity, where we architect the transition from classical protection to the era of post-quantum resilience and digital trust. Today we will master the implementation of NIST standards, focusing specifically on ML-KEM and ML-DSA to secure your most critical organizational data assets. You will learn to develop a comprehensive 12-month migration playbook that ensures your enterprise remains secure against the looming threat of quantum decryption. We will explore the strategic ROI of crypto-agility and how the ability to swap algorithms without code rewrites defines the modern resilient industry. By the end of this deep dive, you will possess the architectural blueprint to lead your organization through the most significant cryptographic transition ever. The 2026 threat landscape is dominated by AI-driven phishing and automated vulnerability research that targets the weak points in our current encryption implementations. European agencies like NIST and Fraunhofer are sounding the alarm on the necessity of sovereign AI and secure data governance for manufacturing sectors. In North America, the integration of AI and AI hardware and networking requires a new set of peer-reviewed technical standards for ensuring end-to-end system integrity. The rapid adoption of generative AI at an industrial scale has expanded the attack surface, making traditional perimeter-based security models entirely insufficient for protection. We must bridge the gap between legacy IT best practices and the emerging requirements for digital fortification against sophisticated nation-state-level quantum adversaries. Data sovereignty in Latin America and the Global South is now inextricably linked to the ability to implement local and secure neural technologies. The intersection of robotics and the information revolution requires a zero-trust architecture that can withstand the computational power of future quantum processing units. Strategic insights from MIT Sloan highlight that redefining business models for AI-native operations requires a bedrock of absolute and verifiable digital trust systems. Understanding digital resilience is no longer just an IT concern but a fundamental driver of global competitiveness and sustainable supply chain transformation efforts. Let us analyze the current state of post-quantum cryptography through the lens of the 4 actionable pillars for modern enterprise security and governance. Pillar 1 focuses on the technical implementation of FIPS standards, specifically deploying ML-KEM for key encapsulation and ML-DSA for secure digital signatures. Regional research from the Vector Institute and SAFAR indicates that deep learning models must be protected by these new algorithms to prevent unauthorized access. Integrating these NIST standards requires a systematic approach to inventorying all cryptographic dependencies across your entire software supply chain and internal legacy systems. We must ensure that our hardware accelerators for AI are compatible with the increased computational overhead required by post-quantum mathematical lattice-based primitive structures. Transitioning to these algorithms represents the technical takeaway necessary for maintaining long-term data integrity and compliance with the evolving international regulatory frameworks. Pillar 2 addresses the strategic ROI of digital transformation by embedding crypto-agility into the very core of your modern application and service architectures. The ability to swap cryptographic providers and algorithms without modifying the underlying business logic is the ultimate hallmark of a truly resilient enterprise. Global businesses that adapt to digital disruption by prioritizing agility see a significant reduction in long-term maintenance costs and security-related downtime events. This strategic approach allows for seamless upgrades as new threats emerge and as the cryptographic community continues to refine the post-quantum standard definitions. By decoupling the security layer from the application layer, we achieve a level of industrial-scale flexibility that is required for the 2026 economy. Pillar 3 centers on cybersecurity ethics and post-quantum defense mechanisms that protect critical assets from the risks of AI-driven automated exploitation tools. Following the EU AI Act and trustworthy AI standards ensures that our cryptographic transitions are handled with the highest level of transparency and accountability. Implementing zero-trust architectures in high-tech manufacturing requires every endpoint to be authenticated using post-quantum resistant certificates and secure hardware-backed identity modules. We must defend against the harvest now strategy by encrypting our historical data archives with post-quantum algorithms before they can be effectively targeted. Cybersecurity is an ethical imperative that requires us to protect the privacy and sovereignty of individuals and nations in the face of technological. Pillar 4 provides the implementation framework and governance model necessary for a successful 12-month post-quantum migration within a complex global organization. A robust governance structure involves tracking AI talent scaling and leveraging global research to inform policy-level data on global AI and security governance. We must follow the NIST AI risk management framework as the gold standard for securing systems and maintaining ethical IT protocols during the transition. Regular daily alerts on CISA updates and manufacturing attacks should inform the continuous refinement of your enterprise security posture and migration progress tracking. Establishing a dedicated task force for cryptographic transition ensures that all stakeholders are aligned on the priority of securing the organizational digital future. Let us examine a practical architectural prompt for initiating a cryptographic inventory within your existing GitHub repositories and automated CI/CD pipelines today. By utilizing AI-native tools, we can automatically identify hard-coded cryptographic constants and legacy library dependencies that require immediate updating to NIST standards. The demonstration involves a reference architecture where a microservices mesh utilizes a centralized crypto-agile provider for all mutual TLS and data at rest encryption. This approach allows for the global rotation of keys and the simultaneous update of algorithms across thousands of distributed service nodes without service interruption. We can observe how ML-KEM is used to establish secure sessions, while ML-DSA provides the necessary authentication for firmware updates in edge robotics environments. The implementation also features a post-quantum certificate authority that issues short-lived credentials to mitigate the impact of any potential future cryptographic primitive compromise. Through this practical framework, we see how technical demystification of architectural shifts allows engineers to implement complex security features with high confidence levels. Real-world case studies from industrial-scale implementations show that this methodology reduces the time to remediate cryptographic vulnerabilities by over 80% annually. The transition is monitored through a unified dashboard that tracks the percentage of traffic protected by post-quantum algorithms across the entire global network. This real-time visibility is essential for demonstrating compliance to regulators and ensuring that the digital fortification of the enterprise is moving as planned. Connecting the dots between regional research and technical implementation reveals that post-quantum resilience is the prerequisite for the continued advancement of artificial intelligence. When we combine crypto-agility with deep learning and industrial AI, we create a powerful ecosystem capable of resisting the most advanced computational threats. The ultimate realization is that cybersecurity is not a static destination but a dynamic process of continuous adaptation to the exponential growth of technology. By securing our data today against the threats of tomorrow, we preserve the integrity of our digital world and the potential of human achievement. Your roadmap starts with a comprehensive audit of your current cryptographic footprint, followed by the pilot implementation of NIST-certified post-quantum resistant algorithms. Stay informed by following the leading research from global hubs such as Singularity Hub and the OECD AI Policy Observatory for the latest updates. Join the global community of content architects and researchers at AI Knowledge is powered to stay at the bleeding edge of these critical shifts. Subscribe to our channel and explore our detailed guides to turn these strategic insights into actionable defense mechanisms for your modern digital enterprise. Turn knowledge into your greatest asset. Channel powered by generative AI architecture.